Good morning, Joyfully Group. How are you all doing? Hopefully good. What are we on? Thursday. Public holiday tomorrow for the Melburnians, courtesy of the AFL. Thanks, guys. So hopefully for quite a few of us, today's feeling a bit like a Friday as opposed to a Thursday. All right, so I've called this one Running Our Own Race. So I thought this would be a handy one to talk about today. And this has come about due to a couple of reasons. Go on, out you go. Go now. This has come about due to just reactions that I get to some of the things that I post and share. And look, it's totally harmless, but in a way it's not. So yesterday, for example, oh my God, the dog's gonna go out. Go on. Yesterday, I posted just a handful of photos and a post about the trainings and facilitations that I've done just in the last fortnight. And as I mentioned in the message, so grateful to be sharing that work. And it was the first, I guess, few groups. Wow, we've got a few people joining on. Hi, everyone. This is cool. Yeah, so it was really nice to be able to share that I had those opportunities, and there was a few beautiful comments and messages that I got going, yay, well done, you're smashing it, great job, and that's really nice. Like it's really beautiful to get that feedback. And also people that I've sort of bumped into or caught up with have sort of commented about, wow, it's great, you're doing these lives, it's really awesome that that you're doing so well. And this could actually just be my perception of this, actually, so mindful of that, that there's this perception of perceived results versus actual results. So yes, it's a massive achievement what I've done so far, and I'm really grateful to have had those opportunities and getting really beautiful feedback on the work that I'm doing, and that's great because it's sort of, little pats on the back to sort of help me know that I'm on the right track and to keep it up, keep putting it out there. However, there's this that's perceived results versus actual results. So the reality is those lots of training that I did, first of all, none of them were paid. Okay, they were voluntarily done by myself. In fact, it's at quite an expense to myself in terms of time and preparation and materials, even things like parking and meals and being on location and whatnot. So just because someone's getting up in front of people and doing something doesn't mean that they're sort of getting financially rewarded from it. A good friend and colleague of mine, she actually budgets in 20% of the work that she does in front of people comes out as an expense to her as part of her marketing budget, and effectively I'll be doing the same. So the reason why I bring it up is social media is incredible, and I'm so grateful to it. Obviously I wouldn't be doing this live if it wasn't for it and reaching the audiences that we get to. However, what needs to be heavily highlighted, and I don't necessarily have the answers for this, but acknowledging that social media is effectively just an aspect of ourselves that we present to the world. And the beautiful thing is that we get to decide and we get to filter what goes out So what aspects of ourselves that we share, and more often than not, and for good, for just human nature, right? That we're only going to generally share the aspects of ourselves that where we're having fun and enjoying life and doing cool things, and not the, shitty day-to-day stuff that everyone, humans, that we've got to do, when we've got to pick up after pets, do the dishes, do all the work. I was chatting to a lady, and she was talking about it being school holidays and how much pressure she feels as a result of seeing other parents posting all the awesome things that they're doing with their kids each day over the school holiday break. And she goes, she actually feels bad for having days where the kids do nothing and you just stay at home and, do home stuff with the family. And I was like, well, this is the thing. Unfortunately, the way that we're set up is that we look at what other people are doing, and we've got that comparison thing going on. So whether it's, what holidays we're organising versus what we're doing with children on school holiday breaks versus how we're operating in the business sense. And I often know, I often just shake my head because it is so easy to make life look amazing on social media. It's ridiculously simple. And so anyone who hasn't spoken to me in a long duration but can scroll through my feeds will be going, oh my God, wow. Okay, but that's an aspect. It's a small slither of my actual reality. And the truth is that I am not making any money at the moment doing the things that I'm doing through my business. And I've talked about this in earlier posts. It's actually not about that. For me, there's more heart going into this than seeking financial rewards. And I'm very grateful. I've got a bill-paying job where I do 2 days a week. Thankfully, I actually enjoy that job. It's not too much of a, you got to go to work sort of thing. And in actual fact, it took me a while to realize that aside from obviously being the bill paying job, so having financial security through that job, is that those 2 days away focused on tasks that are separate to the things that I'm doing business wise, is that it gives me a break. And what it does is it's like when we talk about when we get our best ideas. So when we're sort of wanting to be more creative, more innovative, the best thing we can do is actually step away from that thing. So often when I question people, go, well, where do you get your best ideas from? It's things like, well, when I'm out for a walk or when I'm in the shower, so actually having time away from doing this and not being switched on all the time is actually exceptionally beneficial to me. So there's that. So yeah, perceived results versus actual results. And personally, I get so much joy from doing these and sharing my message that, to be honest, it's kind of irrelevant. Like, my joy is my number one success criteria. And as I said, I can pay the bills. So I'm not destitute as a result of putting all my time and effort into this. Thank goodness, right? When we are feeling joyful and happy, here's what happens is we don't tend to actually care what others are doing. It doesn't impact us. I don't look at other people doing similar things and go, oh, gee, they've got a program and they're launching it and I think they could do it this way or be better. Or I don't look at it and go, oh, wow, that's really good. I need to lift my game or anything like that. Like, when I'm really joy, embodying joy, things other people are saying and doing, it just doesn't influence at all. Okay, so it's the idea that I'm just swimming in my own lane, and I know what my criteria is for am I doing a good job or not. And luckily for me, I'm very internally motivated anyway, so I don't need a lot of external feedback to sort of say, hey, do things, keep it up. Which is nice, and that's beneficial, and that's definitely helped me have a bit more longevity in terms of keeping up the work. So it's interesting. So I do these check-ins really regularly, and if I find myself being bitchy, gossipy, and it might just be in my head, right? Judgy, jealous, competitive, any of that, then I know that my inner joy is slightly off the dial. It's not working for me right now. And that's a real indicator. Luckily, my joy dial's generally pretty high, so I don't get a lot of that coming in. However, if I start to notice it, I'm like, okay, cool. I've got some things that I need to start tapping into to bring that back in for myself. So, so that can go, obviously across the board for anything. So if we've got people that are driving us nuts, or we're seeing people's posts come up on our Facebook feeds, and we're getting that zzz, that real what is it? The charge. There's an emotional charge, and it's not necessarily a pleasant one, then that's just information. Everything is information about where I'm at right now personally. So, and if that's the case, you can work on that. I think I'll wrap up because I'll start to ramble otherwise. The perfect remedy, okay, for having those charges or those, getting rolled up by things external to ourselves is to work in our joy. And oh my gosh, guys, I've got a challenge kicking off on Monday. It's the gratitude challenge. And this is probably the number one key for assisting us in our own joy. Okay, 100%, hands down, science-backed. It's all proven. I think I posted an article even just yesterday about how gratitude actually changes the brain. So now with my challenges, what that means is I jump on Facebook Lives every day. So the challenge is actually for me. And what I do is I'll share some goodness and some golden nuggets around that particular theme. The thing is with challenges, there's only so many challenges I can get you to do in regards to gratitude. However, we'll see. The challenge is for me is to come up with some, okay? But you can put in as little or as less as you like in regards to the challenges. They're more on me. So, all right. Okay, the dog wants to say hello. Come on, up you come. Up you come. This is Millie. She's often in the background when I'm doing these lives, distracting me, making noise, barking. Okay. So, but anyway, she just wanted to say hello. So, all right, we're going to go now. We've got things to do, big day ahead. So, happy Thursday, everyone. Thank you for listening, and good luck with running your own race and taking care of your own joy so that we're less affected by things around us. All right, bye, guys.